Imagine a new trade deal that unlocks a €7 million windfall for just one company. Today, we're diving into the massive agreement between India and the EU. And let me tell you, this is about way more than just tariffs. It's a full-blown revolution for corporate treasury that you absolutely need to understand. Let's just stop and put this into perspective for a second. This isn't just another regional agreement. We're talking about a full-on free trade agreement, an FTA, that's going to reshape the economic world for nearly 2 billion people. The sheer scale of this is just, well, it's massive. Okay, so all the headlines are screaming about one thing, tariffs. And for good reason. Just try to imagine paying a 110% tax on your auto parts. I mean, that more than doubles your cost right there. Now picture this. Overnight, that tariff gets slashed down to 40%. It's a huge win, an absolute game changer for manufacturers. But it is not the real story here. Right, so let's dig a little deeper and get past those headlines. Because while everyone is focused on the flashy tariff cuts, the real tectonic shift, the thing that is truly going to shake up corporate treasury, is happening completely under the radar. Think of the tariff cut as the little tremor you feel right before the big earthquake hits. And that earthquake, it's all about payments. The real revolution here, the thing that's fundamentally changing the game, isn't happening when goods cross the border. No, it's happening on the payment rails. And trust me, this is where things get really interesting. You know, for decades, international payments have felt, well, ancient. We've been using the SWIFT network, which takes 2, 3, sometimes more days to settle a payment. It's basically the financial equivalent of sending a fax. What this new deal does is incredible. It's like we're ditching the fax machine and jumping straight to sending a WhatsApp message. It's instant, it's cheap, it's a whole new world. So what's the magic trick here? It's something called the UPI-TIPS integration. Basically, it's a direct digital handshake between India's payment system, UPI, and Europe's system, TIPS. And this creates a non-stop, 24/7 pipeline for money to flow. For anyone doing business on this trade route, that old-school method of sending money in slow, clunky batches, yeah, that's officially history. Okay, so instant payments. Sounds amazing, right? A total dream for anyone managing cash. You'd think, great, this just got so much easier. But hold on a second, not so fast. Because when you're dealing with India, there is a massive catch, a real compliance puzzle that can turn this dream into a serious headache. So if you're a CFO or a treasurer sitting in Europe, your brain immediately goes to one place. Your first thought is, okay, great, all this cash is moving instantly. Let's just sweep it from our Indian accounts into our global cash pool, right? It's standard operating procedure in Europe. It's what you do. But here's the thing. In India, that's a big, fat no. It's not just a bad strategy, it's literally illegal. You can't do it. The entire regulatory framework is built differently. And if you just assume you can copy and paste your European treasury model, well, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble. And look, the Reserve Bank of India is crystal clear on this. Their guidance basically says don't even think about standard global cash pooling. It triggers violations of something called FEMA, the Foreign Exchange Management Act. So all those typical treasury tools you'd use in Europe, forget them. Cross-border cash sweeping to pull money into a central account, prohibited. Notional pooling to just offset balances, also a no-go. What's just another Tuesday for a European treasurer is a major compliance violation in India. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. So how do you solve it? Let's talk about the solution, because there is a way to navigate this whole mess. In fact, there's a specific playbook, especially for companies that are running on a platform like SAP. The playbook is kind of like a two-step dance, and you have to get both steps right. Step 1, you concentrate your cash, but, and this is the key part, you do it inside India. You centralize it domestically. Step 2, when you need to manage that money across borders, you have to operate out of a special designated treasury center like the one in Gift City. This trade deal is basically built to push companies in that direction. So you've got the strategy, but what about the technology? You need a piece of tech that acts like a universal translator. We're talking about a payment hub. Something like SAP's Advanced Payment Management can take a standard European payment file and, on the fly, translate it into the local Indian format and then shoot it right through those new, super-fast payment rails. It's the tech that makes the two-step dance possible. Okay, theory is great. But what does this actually look like in the real world, in euros? Let's walk through a quick case study. Picture a German auto parts manufacturer that's selling to a big factory in India. This is where the numbers get really, really clear. Okay, look at these numbers. Before this deal, for a 10 million euro shipment of parts, they had to pay, wait for it, an 11 million euro import duty. So their total cost was a staggering 21 million euros. Just think about that. The tax was more than the cost of the parts themselves. Absolutely wild. Now watch what happens. The deal goes live, the tariff drops. That duty goes from 11 million down to 4 million. Poof. Just like that, 7 million euros are unlocked. That's not some projection. That is immediate, cold, hard cash, working capital that gets freed up and put right back into the business. Money that was just stuck, completely trapped, is now available. So we've talked regulations, technology, but there's another huge piece to this puzzle. This isn't just about getting the right software. This new reality is creating a massive demand for a completely new kind of finance professional, someone who can act as a bridge between these two very different financial worlds. And these people are the new MVPs of the finance world. We're calling them hybrid architects. Think about it. They're not just experts in SAP, they have to be masters of these complex payment hubs. They don't just understand Treasury, they have to navigate the legal maze of a place like Gift City. And it's not enough to just manage currency risk. They have to be true experts in managing the volatility between the euro and the Indian rupee. So what's the bottom line here? The new landscape is becoming crystal clear. And this isn't some small incremental change. It's a full-on revolution. The old ways of doing things, the old Treasury playbook, it's completely obsolete. So the real question you need to be asking yourself isn't if your Treasury team is ready for this new reality. The real question is how fast can you get them ready? Because in this new game, you can't afford to be left behind.